St. Paul Arts and Culture Commission meeting to order for this date, August 5th, 2026. Okay, let's go to our roll call. Jordyn, could you take roll for us?
Yes, I can. Tom Sonnek,
Present?
Carey Nadeau,
Here.
Ashley Perfect, Sharon Clark Williams,
I am here.
Raquel Soto,
Here.
Laura Strang, Aliza Verma,
Here.
Yued Orozco-Garcia is absent, and Troy Woods.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Everybody is here except for Yued. And I just want to take a moment, and our staff liaison, Jordyn Lehman, is here, also here. I also just want to take a moment here to call out our new moms that are both here, which is really cool. And Laura, you've been here for a couple here, but Raquel is back now after having her baby. So I really appreciate that you both come out and make it for the meeting, having these little ones at home, which is really great. Okay, so now we're going to move to adopt the agenda. Did everybody get to take a look at the agenda? I don't think there's anything unusual on here. But if there's any questions, concerns, adds, edits, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll look for a motion to adopt the agenda as is.
Motion to adopt?
Sharon?
Second.
Motion. Aliza, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we adopted the agenda. Okay, now we're moving on to the minutes. Everyone get a chance to look at the meetings from our July 1st meeting. A lot has happened since that time. Any questions, changes? If not, we'll look for a motion to approve these minutes from July 1st, 2026.
So moved?
Moved by Carey? Second by Raquel. Back in the game. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, meetings are approved. Meeting open to the public. We have nobody from the public here. We have no public hearings. Commission business, action items, or recommendations. So we are moving on to our subcommittee updates, and we'll start where we always do with our Public Art Projects Subcommittee. Any updates here? Raquel, Laura, and Carey.
Do we have an update on the penny press, Jordyn?
It's kind of at the same. I think I called them like a couple weeks ago, and they're just saying it's a couple weeks out. It'll be shipped soon, but I will probably send an email once I get like shipping confirmation. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Thanks for doing that. I think that's it. Did we have anything
My
else?
sidewalk stamp guy has not responded to me, so I might find another vendor. But I
Okay.
did price out some feather flags to draw attention
Oh.
to our art cart. And I don't know, that's kind of public arty, 'cause we want the public to see it. I emailed Lisa Ritchie to try to get the logo that she designed
Oh.
in layers, because I have kind of an idea
Oh,
for
neat.
you, but this isn't the exact backing. So
Yeah.
I'd like the background of the one that she did. So this would be like front and back.
Oh, cool.
And I was thinking of two, and then to have our actual logo with this other one on the back, but like her background
Uh-huh.
and front and back. But I have like the pricing of what 4, I was thinking like 2 and 2 would
Yeah.
be good, would be. And if you want to review and I can pass it down. But I haven't gotten the official art from her, and that's still the goal, to use the actual logo art.
Yeah, this is specifically for the use with the art card or for other things as well?
I mean, I think to draw anything
could
that
you-
we're doing as the commission,
Sure.
to draw people to it
Yeah.
instead of doing balloons or streamers or
Beautiful.
something,
I
so.
love it.
So right now, they're having a sale. This was Build a Sign that I had done, but it would be $935 for 4, and that's with bases and stakes. So we could, if we're not always on the grass, have them out with weighted bases.
Yeah.
So it's just an idea. If we wanted to look, I could pass out the idea.
I love that.
Great idea.
I can pass it down.
Just some background on this. We had our art card at the Music in the Parks in the middle of July, whenever that was. And currently, we can talk about this when we get to art cart, but the art cart right now looks like it's a police vehicle or something. So it was hard to get people's attention to come over there. And there were all these kids around, but I don't think anybody knew what that was. And I was literally going around grabbing kids. No, I didn't grab them.
Oh, don't say that.
Shook them. And I said, hey, you want to do an art project? So people are like, what? What's going on? So I think we need to draw more attention to the art cart. And then for other things as well. Great idea.
Yeah, that is great, because that was a similar expense I had, Tom, was,
once they were there, it was great, but getting them there, so.
Right.
This is fantastic.
And
Yeah.
that's 10 foot, so. yeah,
Ooh,
more of them
nice.
To catch the eye from
Cool.
far away too. We could do smaller if we need to like cut the cost or something, but.
Yeah,
Did we talk about maybe next year, like getting it wrapped or something?
yeah.
Because I actually showed up to Big Truck Night. Everyone had left by then, but yeah, it was like, I didn't even know it was our cart.
Yeah.
It was just a blue box, dark blue, mind you.
Yeah, I think we need to have more discussion about what we want to do
Yeah.
with it. And do we, I mean, we could wrap the whole thing, just like we do with a thing, but we can discuss. We'll pick that back up when we get to art card. Anything else on that though, Laura?
Well, yeah, I don't know how you'd want me to proceed. I mean, I'd still like to get the official art from Lisa Ritchie and then I could send to all for approval, or do we need to pre-vote, or,
I,
I don't know, to spend the money?
I mean, we've got $900 still in our branding and communication.
Yeah, if you guys want to like vote to, pre-approve expending like that exact number for these things, that's how we could proceed with this, so.
It feels like that would be a good thing to have for Autumn Arts Festival, right?
for sure,
If we
yeah. I
could
mean,
get
I don't
them
know
in
if we can
time.
get them that soon.
The turnaround's supposed to be fast.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll make a motion, but then we would just, we're not going to have, we'll have one more meeting before the Autumn Arts Festival, but we don't want to wait till then to vote, because
No,
we
you
wouldn't be able
wanna
to
get
get
it
them that
organized.
fast, I don't
Yeah.
think.
So you said we could pre-vote?
Yes, so you would have to make a motion to, is it going to be, so it's probably gonna be that 9:35 then? Okay, yeah, so just make a motion, I guess, to vote for that using the branding and communications budget. And then I think whichever one, there's gonna be like 30-some dollars of overflow, if that's in utility box murals,
Yeah.
but whichever one, just clear direction for me at least.
So, and then we could get final designs, like Laura can work on that with Lisa, and then we could get those via email or something, and then just, how do we,
Yeah, approve that, or?
and then just approve that, or how do we, so if we want to try and get these ordered before our next meeting is the
I
question.
think right now, just the idea of the feather flags and the money are like kind of the biggest things.
Okay.
So I think that's all that we need, if the commission's on board with that when it comes to the designs, I think.
Yeah,
is-
Okay.
but I love the design approach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's already been kind of, you guys have an idea, it's not
Yeah.
gonna be anything crazy.
It's derived from a design we've used.
Yes.
So I
yeah.
don't see that it would be such a big of a hurdle.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll make a motion to use up to $1,000 out of the commission's budget to proceed with the 4 signs as Laura has laid out here.
And I would suggest maybe just clarifying all of branding and communications budget and then out of the murals budget, just to give,
All of the
Some
branding and
direction.
communication, and with any overflow coming out of the mural budget.
and. Okay.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, good work, Laura.
Yay.
Okay. Mural Committee, Carey, Tom, Sharon.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, so I am still working on the 45th parallel. I have gotten a bid for a rock, an actual natural rock, and he laid it out with it saying 45th parallel, you're halfway between the equator and the North Pole. I just said that would be the most we'd ever put on it. I personally prefer just to say 45th parallel. But I wanted to, when I got the bid, to have some leeway down rather than everybody decide like, no, Sharon, you should say more, and then
No, that's
it's
good.
not enough. I'm still waiting for a bid from another company that makes manufactured stone, and I can describe to you what that would be like. It would be like the signage you would see at the entrance, particularly in Woodbury, to neighborhoods or at a golf course. They tend to be yellowish in color. They have black writing. Sometimes they'll have a logo too in black on it. So those are a little bit more moldable because they don't exist. But the park has said that they would prefer actual rock is the message that came back to me, that an actual stone, which makes sense to me because it's a nature preserve, but I wanted to have more than one idea, since we're dealing with government funds, that yes, I did look into something else. I'll also let you know, it is very difficult to find somebody who will deliver a rock, and I can make it so that you can adhere a plaque to it, or say something on it, like a real rock. They will do it to, make a patio or something like that, but when you say like, no, I want like a monument, and they're like, no, we don't do that. There was this one guy who actually does do it. And he said for them, all of the writing and everything, it would be $1,700. And I have not gotten a bid yet for, well, it really wouldn't be a bid because we use Gopher Signs, and they're the one of the two names that I received that would be able to create signage. The problem is I need to create the actual sign in a software where they can look at it and say, okay, instead of just using my words. And so I'm just kind of looking at these as two separate projects. So it would be $1,700 to go with a real rock, and about $2,000, I am guessing just from the conversations I've had, to go with a synthetic rock, if people think it would be a better idea to have something that would be moldable. I was also supposed to get feedback from the volunteers of Southwood Nature Preserve. We have reached out to them, and I have not heard anything back. I did receive information back from Lloyd from the Park Commission today, and asking me that, offering me kind of two possibilities of, we could just go ahead, or we could give them until the 15th to respond. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I feel like we're burning daylight here on a project I've been working on since March.
Yes.
I think it's pretty well settled that the rock part is settled. It's the signage that I feel like is the more important part that would really needs to go back and have them say like, yeah, this sign would be okay. That's my personal opinion. So that is where I am. If you guys want to agree to go ahead with a rock, we can take a vote on that tonight too. And it's, like I said, I believe I sent it to you last night at like 8:30 p.m. So you know what it looks like. And it was within the email that it is $1,700.
I love it.
I like the real rock idea.
And I think that's probably, even though I haven't gotten the other bid back, I think
Seems
that is what they asked for, and I don't
reasonable.
want to, we seem to have a working relationship right now, and I don't want to go against it.
Yeah.
But if you guys felt like, no, maybe if we made something else that we could do more with, then I would try to convince them that that was a better idea.
No, I like it, and I think you've done your due diligence with the volunteers. I don't think you have to wait anymore. You did outreach, no one responded, we're moving forward.
Okay, so, I think it would be best to just say 45th parallel, not too much wording. I obviously didn't want to just do 45th because that's how we refer to the presidents since
Right.
43rd, to tell, the two Bush father and son apart. And then since that, it seems like we were calling them by their numbers. So that, well, no, that would be too confusing.
So I'm sorry, where did you, is there a pictures or is a mock-up of what it will be said on the rock?
Is it the one that you sent me? This?
Yeah,
Oh.
and he just typed over it, so,
It's 45th parallel, halfway between the equator and the North Pole.
right.
Oh.
And so I wanted to take the halfway between the equator and North Pole off, and have it just say 45th parallel. And put that halfway on the information sign.
Oh,
It would be between 2.5 and 3.5 feet wide. And then I have to leave it up to him as the artist, since he is the one doing this, to determine the height based on our appropriate font for visual purposes. So big enough that somebody would see it, that they wouldn't bike into it,
It's not like a boulder. I was thinking like
It is-
thousands of pounds.
Yeah, it is a boulder. It would weigh many hundreds of pounds, he said.
Okay.
So it'd be like, huge like that. You wouldn't be able to roll it.
Yeah, oh, okay.
No one can
Nobody's
walk
gonna be
away with
able-
it.
Yeah, nobody can roll it away.
That's our rock, okay? Sharon, you mentioned a sign to go with it. Does the 1,700 include a sign next to it? That's
No,
additional.
That was a
Okay.
That's a separate project that would be done with Gopher Signs to create, what would you call it, informational sign, educational sign.
Because hilariously, I also reached out to Gopher Signs because they are the only group I could find that actually do outdoor parks appropriate without sublimating after 5 to 7 years signage.
Right.
So the one that I was looking at was similar to the one that's outside the snowman, and that's roughly $1,000.
Okay.
So I was looking at that for the Tiffany Cannon mural and the
Oh.
Tyler whatever mural. So we could have those signs. So if we did one, we could just do a third one for the rock.
It would be a little bit bigger, it's a little more informative, actual.
I love that.
Actual education piece, so it's all that stuff that I read back in June. Explaining.
Yeah.
Because not necessarily everybody had Mr. Connote at John Glenn. Tell them about the 45th parallel.
I love it.
So that's where that is. I mean, there's not much more I can really do on it.
Just for my clarity, so the rock, does the rock just say 45th parallel? Or is it, okay, and then there'll be a sign next to it that has the rest of the wording on it? Did
Yeah,
I hear
all
right?
I think I sent it to you back in probably April or May, where I was like, this is the sign, I can pull it up. So it's just so everybody knows what is going on here. And I apologize because I did not wear glasses.
Hey Sharon. I think I missed this part. Is the verbiage gonna be painted, like chiseled, or?
Oh, how he does it is it's chiseled in, and then it's painted black so that it stands out from the rock.
Got
So
it.
that it's a dual process.
Okay.
So it's not just like painting on a rock like you do when you graduate.
But like a tombstone, it'll be etched in.
And then does the artist then have the autonomy to pick, like font style, or are you helping with that?
I already told him that I wanted to do a sans serif
Okay.
typography, and he picked a basic one,
Okay.
a very basic common sans serif, because that'll be the easiest to read. Because that's, what we use now. So what the wording would say on the interpretive sign is, at this location, you stand on the 45th parallel north, one of the major circles of latitude used in geography and navigation. North St. Paul is part of a small group of cities worldwide that lies precisely halfway between the equator and the North Pole. From this point, both the equator and the North Pole are approximately 3,107 miles away. The map of Minnesota shows where the 45th parallel north crosses our state, and the world map beside it shows how this latitude sits halfway between the equator and the North Pole. And so below that is like a cutout of the state of Minnesota with a line going across, and then on the right side, it'll just be a circle. It'll have the latitudes going across at the 0, 45 degrees north, 45 degrees south, north and south pole, with the 45-degree one obviously highlighted, because that's the whole point we're trying to educate the community about. So
Brilliant.
I was
Yeah,
trying to make
I love it.
fully educational. If we're going to do it, let's go
do
all
it.
the way. Let's not have something that people are wondering afterwards, well, why did they do this?
Right. And credit the artist and credit us for putting it in there.
I'm the artist.
And credit you and the guy who's chiseling it
Okay.
and us.
Okay, and so
How's
if
that?
you want to say it on the sign, it would be below that, it would be like created by Brian, blah, 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 of Stone and Steel Designs,
Yep.
the rock. And then below that, North St. Paul Arts Commission 2026.
Yep.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Good work, Sharon.
Do we need to pre-motion to spend that then, the 1,700?
The 1,700, because that is a set fee that we know, and I can get that in motion right away.
Great.
And figure out how I get to him and we get to the rock and get it all done. And my understanding is that, and I can pull up the email again, that is the entire cost, because I said, he's like, well, do you guys want turnkey? And I'm like, yeah. But let me pull it up and I will tell you what it says so that it's not like any secret. Somebody else. Okay, I can just say, he goes, there are quite a bit more characters than what we talked about on the phone. Cost on the engraving and color fill for this would be $950.60 for us to find and procure a nice faced boulder in the 2.5 to 3 foot size would be about $200. If we engrave at our Plymouth yard, there would be no trip fee of $75. If we were to do the project turnkey with delivery and setting the boulder, you would be close to $1,700.
Beautiful.
And I'm like, yeah?
Yeah.
We don't want to go out there and try to set a boulder on a Saturday.
No,
I
no,
don't think I can
thanks.
convince them.
No, that's fine. I've got a Camry. I'll stop by and pick it up.
Yeah, should we sit in
Just
the Prius?
put it in the trunk.
So that's what it says in the email I received, so it is, I should forward that to you so you have it for the record.
Yes, and I think once the vote is kind of taken, we're all good with the boulder with the 1,700. I think at that point, if you could, forward me his information, then I can kind of get the process in motion to, if there's anything else that you need to work out with him design-wise, or,
I will call him, and the font is Franklin Gothic, which I'm particularly fond of. I will call him and talk to him and let him know that the contract, how the contract process is going to work through you. And the only thing I'll need to know from him is if I need to physically drive out there with him so I can see this boulder before it is carved up and said, you guys bought it. And we're like, no.
gotcha. Okay, that works. Yeah, just loop me in when you guys are ready.
Yep.
Okay.
I will find out what the whole process is, and I will write it down and email it to you. I'm getting good about my emails.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it.
Can I ask one question quick?
Yes.
I know you said you talked to Lloyd from the Parks Commission.
Yes.
So how much involvement have they had? I mean, not that they need to approve this or anything, but I just don't want this to come, because it is going into a park, I just don't want it to come as like a surprise to them. So I'm
Well-
assuming Lloyd has communicated with them on that
Yes.
side of things.
It was presented by Sarah earlier.
Okay.
And also they talked about it again. And it was brought back to my attention that, because I had not picked a rock, I had picked something in granite. And they wanted a rock, something that was natural. Was
Okay.
communicated back to me. And Jordyn can tell you more about what the process has been, because I believe you've been in communication with Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, that was essentially most of it, is that I gave her the kind of brief of what we were working on. She presented that to the commission, they had some feedback, and I gave it back, and now we're here, and, yeah,
And
the
I've-
boulder is essentially was kind of their preference, so.
And I think we were initially talking an obelisk, which I still am sad that we're not having, but
Well, I was trying to be consistent with the other.
I appreciate you. And I can put you in touch with the Southwood volunteers. They just had a baby, so I think that's maybe why you're not hearing from anyone. But,
The volunteers are just one person?
well, since Kathy Trendle died, there's really nobody to.
Did she? I didn't
Oh
know
my
that.
God, yeah.
Oh,
Keep up.
yeah.
Well, I did talk with Lloyd. We've communicated
Yeah.
via phone and via email. And so that's why I was saying, well, we can at least just go ahead with the rock part. I don't think anybody is going to have any objection if there's one more rock in the park. But before we proceed with the wording and dealing with gopher signs and all of that, that I really think is the bigger factor of what the sign looks like and how it's going to appear. But I think a rock on the side of the trail on the 45th, that kind of just blends right in. But more signage and more educational materials, I would imagine they'd want to have a bigger thought.
They'd want to have some input on it.
Yeah, what it's going to look
We're
like.
talking like roles and responsibilities. I think, it's your, I don't want to say your project, but your project to kind of run, and they get to provide input, but they don't have the yay or nay.
Right. My bigger concern with, as far as the park goes, as far as the signage goes, is what kind of signage appearance do they prefer? Because there's usually multiple options you can choose from. So what is it, what's the
fit best
consistent
into the
theme you would like to have happen at that park?
Would you, I could have Sarah email them and just have them give their feedback, and I could forward that to you if you'd like, or,
Okay.
Or maybe once we have something mocked up for what the sign would look
Yeah,
like,
would-
send that
yeah.
to Sarah and
Yeah, I'm
have
in the
them.
process of putting it in
Yeah.
Adobe Illustrator.
Or if they have any predefined or
Yeah, maybe they've got a,
signs that they already.
Branding
have, like,
guideline.
oh, we already have stuff like this,
Yeah,
something
that's,
for us to
that's
start
my
with.
biggest thought.
Then, gives us, expedites this process. that much quicker, so.
definitely.
Okay.
Great job. So do we move ahead?
You need a vote on this one?
yeah, I would say make a motion for, to approve moving forward for the 45th parallel project, with the boulder with the etched-in, wording. Was it, so the boulder's just having 45th, right, parallel on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so with the etched-in wording of 45th parallel, for a total of $1,700.
I would like to moving forward with the 45th parallel natural rock, same 45th parallel, $1,700 from the mural budget. It's like Clue.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good job, Sharon. Carey, you have anything?
Yeah, as mentioned, I looked at the sign stuff, and it looks like $1,000 each for the signs that are similar to what's outside the big snowman. So I'm thinking of those for the murals, and we can add one for the rock once that's approved with the parks. And then I got I think it was $10 each for the stickers for the utility boxes. I haven't had time to actually sit down and make what it would look like.
Yeah.
I'm not Laura, okay? Let's just be real. So that's my next to do.
Are we going to do one of these signs then for all of the murals? So we'd do it for the bathroom building and then also the garage downtown?
That's what I would like to do, yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
The garage one seems a little, I don't know, like a sign seems kind of out of place there for some reason for me. I don't know, there was so much, the bathroom building, it's even a little questionable for me there, despite the fact that the artist gave such an incredible description of why he chose that for the mural there, and I think that would be good, but I don't, you just wonder what the shelf life of those murals might be. At garage, I wonder what the shelf life of the garage is. But I don't know, yeah, maybe it seems like, it seems right. I love it for the rock. For the bathroom building, I like it. And for the garage, it feels funny to me.
Well, I think it's the cost is what you're saying is the cost is around. I do think that it's important that we acknowledge the artists who took their time to make their creativity part of our city. And I envision her project, I'm hoping that that with the signage and everything, that it will relate back somehow or another to the city website. So people who come to North St. Paul can go on an art tour, since we've invested in all of these utility boxes and everything. And then I think it's important that it says, hey, Gino did that snowman out in front of the City Hall. And he also did like his art, he also did the utility box in the Veterans Park. And Tiffany, yes, she stood in an alley in the freezing cold, and she
Will
painted our garage, and we value art so much that we painted a garage.
The signs for the murals, these are like freestanding signs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can find the picture I sent to the,
Because I just wonder, what if it were even like just
a plaque.
a plaque more than, something that was affixed to the building rather than a freestanding thing? Whereas I like the freestanding thing for the rock, of course it would have to be, I think, but
Yeah, it's just,
but it also makes sense in the,
I'm sorry, Tom. She was so thorough in her painting, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, like, there's no, I wouldn't want to cover up what she's done, you know what I
There's
mean?
no dead space in the artwork as she
Yeah.
she followed her image from corner to corner. Entire
I mean, I
canvas.
can look at that again and see
or
if
maybe
there's
it's,
another.
maybe the size of the sign, I don't know.
option.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'd
I
have
mean-
to- Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it, I'm
Well,
sorry, I'm not gonna do
Are you
it.
thinking of, of those signs that, they're like, not that big of a pole, like this. big,
Yeah.
And then they're usually about this big, they're
uh-huh.
just not really huge.
Yeah,
They're just little things sticking up out of the ground, you'll see those in.
Oh, like a museum.
yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense, yeah.
You'll see them like in outdoor sculpture gardens and things like that.
Maybe that would be better.
Yeah, I would be more supportive of something like that.
Have you ever, when your project that you're working on, thought about adding like a QR code? Because I love Sharon's idea of like eventually doing like an art walk thing. And like people are very into QR codes as far as like, I don't know how much it would take to add a page to the city's website, but if they do a QR code, we could do a bio of the artist, like.
I think that was the plan for the utility boxes. is
Yeah.
that Those are just QR codes that are going to be on the sides of the utility boxes. And then it'll lead back to the website for the city, hopefully, eventually, so that we can have because we're starting to acquire a lot of interesting pieces in the city, and it would be nice to guide people through them and say,
Yeah,
yeah, you happen to see that one snowman, well, guess what?
yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah, I like that idea, Sharon, of just like, maybe for the murals, it could be independent freestanding if it were like smaller in size. And then the rock, I kind of, in my mind, I see something I think more aligned with what you were originally saying, Carey, where it's,
Yeah.
I foresee something like this, like you would see at a historical marker or something like that.
Okay, I'll look and see if they've got
Okay.
smaller options.
Anything else?
I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone got a chance to check their email today, but I did send some information about light pole banners, and I just thought it might be helpful for us to just have a conversation as a whole group on this one, because this is something, these would be downtown as well as on Margaret Street here. So I put in a project proposal for this. So these, if you're familiar with these light pole banners that we have right now, I don't know how old these are. I did connect with Sue Springborn from the Historical Society, and she just knows everything about North St. Paul. She said those kind of came into being from some former business owners downtown North St. Paul that worked with, I don't know who it was, but it wasn't the Historical Society that did those. But I think they worked to get those made with the city. And they've been here for a while. That you can see that they're starting to fade. They're getting old, and I think it's just time for a refresh. I think it was a great idea that they did that before. I have spoken with the city manager about this recently, because we spoke about it as a council when I was on council, which is now getting to be 6 years ago since I was last there. So it's been in discussion for a long time, and the council then and the city manager now are open to this idea. My thinking was that we could talk about this as a full arts commission and just see what the thoughts are on this. I did try and send out some examples. I mean, you see these things everywhere, right, in all sorts of towns. My approach to this, my desire anyway, is that this would be something, much different than what we have had, in that they would be highly colorful, in contrast to the black and white signs that we have now. and that they would be kind of more design or art for the art's sake and not necessarily referencing anything about the city. They could, but it doesn't have to be. So right now, you know, I drove around town and took pictures of a bunch of them, and there's another document that was in the email. I think there are at least 7 designs that I found.
I think some are missing now, aren't they?
Could be.
I feel like there used to be more, like, was it like 20 years ago or 15 years ago?
Yeah, I'm not sure. And
A good piece, they've been up there.
so yeah, so I think one of the things that remains to be done is figure out how many of them are there and where exactly are they all. But when I asked for estimates, I reached out to 4 different printers that do this kind of work, and I only got engagement from one. But that one, I estimated the size of these things to be like 18 by 32 inches. I have no idea if that's right, because when you're down on the ground, it looks smaller, so they could be much bigger. And I estimated about 30 of these things. And the estimate for that came back at $1,350. So it's not a big money project, but I think it's something that could go a long way to just kind of give a little bit more visual pop into the downtown areas, especially if we go with something that's more colorful. And I think we can, but we're wide open, and I think we can take the time to talk through what do people like, what would you like to see, what should we do? I have some examples here that I put from other cities. I think you just nailed it with these, Laura, the designs for the flags. I'm like, that's exactly the type of thing that I was thinking about, but I didn't think about that. But maybe it's even, so, and I had happened to text Sharon and Carey a picture as I was walking into work the other day downtown Minneapolis, the United Way. I'm like, look they have colorful banners, and they don't really say anything, except for at the bottom it says United Way really small. And Sharon pointed out, and she just said, yeah, well, they just took their logo and kind of zoomed in and did different shots of that, which is a lot like what you have there, Laura. And I'm like, why not? Why not that? You know, because it's color. There's an interesting design to it. It's more about being decoration. There's so many of these things out there, and the ones that I think are, it's almost kind of comical, some of them, because it's like, I don't think all of them need to say North St. Paul on them, because I think people know when they're in North St. Paul. Or it doesn't need to say downtown, or whatever, But but I'm totally open. I think celebrating the fact that we have parks and lakes and things like that is cool, and downtown. I'm sure there are a lot of people that come to the car show that don't know we have 2 lakes in North St. Paul. We can call Casey a lake. We call it Casey Lake.
And there's also a pond at the South Lake.
Yeah, even though Casey Lake, it looks like you could walk across it right now because it's so full of vegetation. But nevertheless, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I was hoping to just take a few minutes tonight to just kind of open this up to get thoughts from all of you and see what would you like to see, or what do you think would be good as a refresh with these banners?
I really love that when I looked at the examples you sent, the first thing that stuck out for me was color. So I love that you said color and art, because I really think that that's a great way to, bring more art downtown, but in a functional design kind of way. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely on board with where you're going with that.
I really liked on the second page, the down
This one?
that one. I like
Okay.
the one where it's very artistic, very colorful, but there are it's almost like Easter eggs of things that are about the city. We could put a snowman outline on one, and then just do other things too. But it's just I like the idea of having it bright and colorful, and still we can center it around things that are around North St. Paul.
I might have put it in my proposal that there will be no flippin' snowman. I can't remember if I put that or not.
Never mind, scratch that from the record. No,
I'm not entirely opposed to it, but I'm just okay, we got the snowman thing covered.
Not the fault
I
of
think.
planners. You've lived here so long, you're sick of snow snowy.
I know.
Cinnamon pieces, but I carrot, some buttons. I think it's an exciting idea. My only concern is that we don't pick things that are too busy, because people are still
Exactly.
driving through, we're still
Exactly.
looking around, tons of traffic, so, yeah.
And that's been kind of a criticism of the current ones. You know, it's like, what is it?
Yeah, not too
You know,
intricate, like you can see the, whatever detail from afar,
That's
like.
what I would say, avoiding words is best, because words make people stop and look. I mean, I've tried to read some of the
Oh, man.
the banners that we have right now. Some of them have words, and it's so far, you're so far from it. I think just making an impression, artistic impression is probably a better way to go.
Or if we do, I guess, you know, one of the examples is like a picture with big word. If you're doing words, do a big word.
Well, yeah, well, one
You
word,
know, like Casey Lake or something like that.
Right.
Sorry.
yeah, no, that's it, I'm agreeing with you. One word is fine, but these, an entire ode to North St. Paul sign is just a little much.
Well, so if you think about that as an example, you could, so I think the current ones, it's like a series of like 6 or 7 designs that, then there's like a few of each of them, right? So you could have some, I like what you picked up on there, Aliza, where it's like, it could be very colorful, but just kind of simple design, and then at the bottom it says Casey Lake, and at the bottom it says Silver Lake, and it's a different one. At the bottom it says the Gateway Trail. And the bottom of another one, it's, you know, something, so calling out kind of North St. Paul
I really like
key
that.
things or
that
something like
concept.
that.
I like that concept. It makes me think of the one artist who did the series of paintings around Minnesota, and like it is the, what do you call it? The tower, the light. What is it called? Lighthouse. Yes, thank you. At Lake Superior is is one of the more famous ones that this artist did. They did like the lighthouse. They did the Grain Belt Brewery, and they had a very distinctive, almost like an Art Deco style.
Yeah.
And you see them all over in all the different gift shops. And to find someone who has a graphic-y style like that, who could take landmarks and make them identifiable with a few strokes of color, that this is what makes this stand out, or that's, and snowy, it will have to be on one, because we are. You always just say, take a turn at the snowy, and you're right in North St. Paul.
I really like that idea though, like even the Silver Lake, Silver Slide, and like the things that we have historically that we keep, because of that charm and that history.
Even if it had, like, one could just say car show, couldn't it? Or like, and have something related to that?
Yeah,
I mean, if you
historical
thought
car.
of enough different themes about North St. Paul, and then had very, I agree, very unified artistic approach to the art, but colorful, real simple design, and then at the
Very-
bottom, you're just calling out one certain thing.
Yeah, very graphic, type art, so that
Yeah.
your mind fills it in a glance, not literal.
So, like these ones, so these are the ones that Aliza called out.
Oh, yes,
That's in
very
your-
bright,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
graphics.
Bright, colorful, simple, you can see pretty easily.
Yes.
I also like this one, that one that you have right there, the
This-
welcome.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I love that too, and doing
I
welcome
like
in
that, too.
different languages would be good, kind of hit on our culture piece of all the different types of people that are in North St. Paul. I read,
That would actually be really cool to like look at a census and see the different languages that people talk here and
Yeah.
like do one in different languages
I
for
was-
our population.
yeah, I can't remember what I was reading, but it was the breakdown of the population of North St.
Yeah.
Paul, and it was incredible, just the variety of people that are here.
Oh, I love that idea, that's great.
Oh, and look at this one, actually, I didn't even notice this until now, but it has a windmill on it, too.
Oh, wow.
It could be North.
That, we could take that one. Could be the North St.
That's what, so,
Jordyn, quick question, like Public Works wise, how often currently do they change those out? Do you know?
Never.
So I think the only times, so they're actually changed out by the electric department. And I believe just once a year when they do the holiday decorations, like I think they do wreaths. So I think that's one of the things when looking into vendors is I'm sure the examples that you showed, a lot of them looked like they were installed in the same way. It's just like a banner
Yep.
and you slide it on 2 little posts on the light pole, and that's kind of what it looks like ours are. So they're pretty easy, it seems like, to kind of remove and do that. But yeah, so once a year, essentially.
This, yeah, the
Yeah.
sign company they can also do the installation too,
Cool.
if needed.
Yeah, I was just curious because it depends on what we're thinking of, like how often we would want to change them based on like how many designs we want. So I was just curious.
Yeah, that's one, I was wondering about that too, because like some of the designs that you showed, like one has, you know, Hello Spring and, you know,
Right.
free, so you think about, okay, these are more like 4th of July, and these are more spring, and these are more winter, so, you know, would we do like 15 and then 15 for different seasons, or would it just be 30, or, I mean,
Yeah, I thought about that as well, and that's part of why I had some of these on here, because it's like, well, you could do like 2 different sets, you know, but I don't know what people's thoughts are about that, but
I think if you do seasonal, then, you know, you are creating a lot of work for the electrical. And then maybe you just want to pare down the design. So instead of 8 designs, maybe you do 4 designs and, oops, sorry. And then, you know, maybe that makes it for them to change them out seasonally.
yeah.
I guess I am more in favor of a perpetual design, and it's only changed out when the signs are traditionally changed out in North St. Paul without, so then we don't have to follow any type of particular themes, particularly if we're looking at highlights of locations throughout the city. That's perpetual. We wouldn't have to remove it because it's summer or fall. And then just let the holiday decorations be the one time that the Main Street changes. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just like, I agree, Raquel, that just sounds like so much extra work, and they seem like they're always busy as it is. So I don't think they would appreciate having us go, hey, hurry up, the 4th of July's coming up, you know?
It's the 3rd. Is it there yet?
Yeah, yeah. So I am more in favor of a perpetual design and that sort of,
Just one large refresh.
yeah. And having multiple designs within that perpetual designs of, I like Aliza's concept of the different locations and then making it graphically simple and colorful.
I'm just taking a note of that in my proposal here too.
Are we supposed to regularly update our proposals to you?
If there's like any big changes, that would be probably the most helpful thing. Just because if everyone's got different projects, they're all changing. It's kind of hard to keep track. But I have a folder in our shared drive, so whenever you guys send me something, I throw it in there, put a date on there. So
Cool.
I've also reached out to the electric director to see if he knows how many there are and where they are and like what their exact sizes are. We're not sure if you'll know, but that was our best guess. So
Nice,
Okay.
thank you.
tuned.
Okay, great, thank you. So I guess then the question is, we can continue to discuss and I can look into, but, you know, how to go about procuring these designs, and if we were to do a call for artists for this, or if there's another way to go about this to simplify.
A simplified way would be, many graphic designers, they just have their portfolio online, and you could look and see if there is a Minnesota or local artist that has that kind of minimalist, colorful design that you're looking for.
Yeah.
I think that would be probably a faster way, is to find a couple of artists that, that's not an unusual design currently amongst graphic designers. And you find them, bring them back, meaning their portfolios online, and then we could have a review that way, as opposed to having Jordyn field a bunch of people and then getting where a lot of the designs have nothing to do with literally what you asked for.
Yeah,
Because we weren't able, either we weren't able to articulate it in the appropriate manner, or it was not interpreted as we intended, and then we end up with like one person to choose from.
yeah, more of a work for hire, I think, would be the way to go for this.
Okay, I'm going to ask everybody to rattle it off right now. If you could think of what would be things that we would want to have on the banners, so different themes, like Casey Lake, Silver Lake, what else would we have?
Gateway Trail.
Yes.
Snowy. I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you.
Car show.
North High.
Oh, okay, I missed one. Make Casey Lake Gateway Trail.
I think the windmill would be cool.
Yeah, windmill.
There's a windmill.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I was like, I'm not gonna be the new kid.
Oh.
The
Oh, way
would you call
down
that?
there.
The-
I remember.
what
Yeah.
building is that?
Public Works?
Public Works, yeah. I can never remember the name.
Oh, cutesy windmill.
Okay. I was thinking like Little Holland, like windmill. I'm just like,
The
I'm
one
like,
that provides the electricity windmill.
Okay.
I would go for that one,
I was
yes.
thinking, like, Baldwin, Wisconsin has one, so.
I got Casey Lake, Silver Lake, Car Show, Gateway Trail, North High, Polars, and Windmill. I got 6.
There's the cannon. And,
Veterans Park.
yep. All the ode to veterans throughout town.
Wait, I feel like
And
there's one here too. Oh, the Car Show. No, I didn't get snowy.
It's not really,
I got it.
trying to diss me.
it's not really a monument, but I would, the Girl Scout, the Scouting Museum, like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if the building or like a logo, but I thought it was really cool. that we
Like
had-
copyrights to,
that might be,
Boys
I'm
and
up
Girl
to
Scouts
10
related?
already. This is great.
For a 3 square mile.
Casey Lake, Silver Lake, Car Show, Gateway Trail, North High.
How about,
Polars, Windmill, Cannon Veterans Park, Car Show, Snowy, Scouting Museum.
How about, and I don't know if this can be done, is Max Diner, but like the original Max Diner that we used to go to 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I feel like it is a very integral part of town. That with the Silver Skate, Roller Skate, and Weber Bowling Alley.
possibly like, and I'm like open to it for sure, but I was thinking like things more that like you can see and go do now, possibly. I mean, Max is still here, but it's just kind of like, I've never heard of a roller skate rink, and now I'm jealous
It's
that
a
we used-
church now.
Church, never mind. Aw, so.
I guess one thought I have, just would be to be careful of promoting any one business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So,
That's why I was saying I'm not sure this can be done since it was revived.
Yeah.
But there's other things. There's the activities that's done, like swimming at the beach has always been a big thing, ice skating, and what are other things that we've done around here
I don't know,
that we
something,
want to celebrate on a banner? It's not, oh,
Quite a few.
it's,
I think that's, yeah, like, I mean,
It's a good list to go from.
yeah.
some of these things that lend themselves better to a banner than others. And,
7th Avenue.
yeah.
Um,
What about,
yeah, there could be like a downtown
Isn't-
one, maybe?
Yeah. Rather than pointing out a business, it's like
Yeah.
downtown.
yeah, and it does not have, and because of the style which you're seeking, no business would be identified.
Right. All right, great.
even just the word extraordinary, because that's kind of our
Yeah.
slogan is North St. Paul extraordinary. So maybe just extraordinary.
I thought it was that small town thing that was on our our trailer. Is
Oh, yeah, what did that
the
say?
small town in the big city. That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's what it says on the.
Can we like reference the 3 square mile thing?
Ooh. In the 45th parallel, we can't forget about that. Educate the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think those are a lot of great ideas.
So many.
Yeah, that's like 14, I think I have now. Okay, that's perfect. Great.
Great.
Thank you. So it'll give us something to chew on if we approach an artist. Okay. All right, thanks. So I appreciate that help. That's just helping with nothing to vote on. We're just trying to move that project along. Okay, where am I?
Oh, I closed my thing.
Okay,
Just a
art
second
cart. Just one update, we kind of talked about, I know this is Raquel, Carey, and Ashley, but we had a art cart, I already mentioned earlier, in July, and we talked about the need to kind of dress up the art cart a little bit and add some flags. And Carey put together a big order for things that we need.
I didn't put it together. We brainstormed as we were doing our crafts. And Jordyn, I got you some decorations for your desk. But unfortunately, the googly eyes fell off. So they're one-eyed snail. This was our snail, and then this was our caterpillar we made. So I hope your desk can use some decorations. Okay, good, perfect. So as we were doing the craft, we came up with, just everybody was rattling off what they thought we should have, and we should have gone in there and counted what we had of the inventory we did have, so we forgot to do that, so that's something to do next time. But I went through and found what I thought matched what people were talking about, and sounds like we did. And I did send it to Jordyn, and she included it in this week's or this month's packet. So I think what needs to happen next maybe is you said Amazon was the best place to find
Yeah.
places. Okay. So I guess next would be finding these, but on Amazon instead, and the cost for each and how many we would want. Because I think ultimately what Jordyn would want, and please correct me if this is wrong, would be an actual list of the Amazon link and quantity you would like us to order, and then how much that will cost total to come
Yeah.
off of our budget.
And you don't necessarily have to be like, oh, we want to go with 950, like exact number. If you guys tonight want to say like, let's approve like $500 max for right now.
Okay.
And then you can just send me the list and I'll start getting that order.
I'm just curious, so how does this work then if most of our art cart stuff is being done through a hired person?
So that's another question, right? Because Tom and Ashley did not have great experiences or great turnout with the music in the parks. So
And I
I
was
guess.
gonna say, just in general, I feel like this year I feel very removed from art cart activities because we've hired somebody. And so, and again, I keep circling in my head, well, what are we doing with stuff that's in the art cart if we're hiring somebody?
So I think we're not hiring someone for the Autumn Arts Festival.
Okay.
So I think that would be when we would use stuff. And we used a lot of stuff on Big Truck Night. We just kind of kept going in and pulling more stuff out. So
A lot of fun.
felt like we got a lot of stuff used. But I think we should, really think about that is, do we want to, number one, even do music in the parks next year? If it's not, the music itself is a big draw. So do we want to
Right.
have the art cart there to detract from that? Or does it supplement that? And then also, do we want to still hire these people? Like, I'm not always the most patient with children, so having
Right.
someone else to handle that part, for me, if I were the volunteer lead for that night, I would really appreciate that.
You
But-
did a
so-
great job.
Can I,
Fans and
yeah.
did all kinds of stuff.
So since I wasn't able to be at those, as far as the experience went, was it that you didn't have a good experience with the hired artist, or just the turnout wasn't
It
great?
was just the turnout in my case. I thought the artist that was hired was
Okay.
great. I thought the project was okay. It was just, I think, and this is why, Laura's proposal here for the signs, and then if we rewrap the cart, that's all for the purpose of trying to draw more people.
Right.
I don't think we've always, when we've had the art cart at Music in the Parks, that it was like a bust, and we didn't get kids. We always got kids.
No, and so another question, was the new cart then at these events?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, when Amanda and I did we always had tons of kids. And I think it's because there's the big orange cart.
Right.
So
I think that's a big part of it. So I
yeah.
think when we get that wrapped, get the flags, that's going to help draw people in. They just know what it
Right,
is.
okay.
Yeah, that was my experience too. And I didn't come away from it thinking like, in my instance, the music was inside, so I definitely think like if we know the music is inside, maybe not doing it, but it wasn't like a no, we shouldn't do it at all. I think with better coordination with the city, knowing like Ava knowing that we're there and like pre-sharing that we're going to be there on the social medias and newsletters and stuff. I think we'll get more. I just think we need to have more of a plan of beforehand to kind of draw trap, plus the wraps and the signs.
I know at least last year we were trying to make a better effort with the city and Ava to, hey, let them know we're doing this art project on this day, and art cart's gonna be there. And so I don't know, maybe it got messy this year with hiring people.
We had a lot of kids though on Big Truck Night. I felt like there was a lot of kids
If anything, we would rather have the hired person at Big Truck Night.
Yep,
Right.
I could
And
see
not
that.
hire somebody for the music in the park.
But as far
Yeah,
as
I
the
agree with that.
communication goes for like, letting people know that we're there and this is the project,
Yeah.
But, so how do we let Ava know? Like, how is she, like,
Honestly, this year I thought she did know. I think it was just a little bit of a hiccup, miscommunication. We're both pretty new in our roles. I kind of thought she just knew that we were always at the music in the parks, but I guess it was not super clear. So I think it's just kind of following up with her and just, I think trying to at the top of the year, knowing what events we're gonna go be at, which I'm pretty sure we did this year, but just I guess being pretty clear with her. This is what.
And we
the
can
commission
always
wants to
send a
do.
reminder email.
Yeah.
Because everybody's busy. so.
Yes, exactly.
But no, Tom, I do agree with you of like maybe flip-flopping it of like at Big Truck Night hiring someone and maybe us doing the ones, because I think that was the other thing I thought with the low turnout. It was really expensive per kid because of the low turnout. But the artists themselves were fun. Like it was, I don't know if you had the same person I had, but he was really fun to deal, to work with, and really great with the kid, and the craft that he did was like a melted snowman in a bag, and it wasn't the most like, he had these big jugs of like glue and stuff. So it was not very like conductive to, being quick about it, but he was very calm and like good with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I think it's just dressing it up a little bit more, but maybe flipping the, I like, I think if, especially the Big Truck Night, if we hire somebody and say, you be there the whole time, and we'll come and, we'll have people come and join in shifts to help out a little bit, but let that person be. And then we'll just try and see if we can get Public Works to turn the horns off of all of the big trucks.
Oh, really?
It's a nightmare. Once the kids, there was like grandmas like encouraging their kids, keep honking the horn. I'm like,
So I'm hearing
I
earplugs.
didn't even notice that much.
oh, it was nonstop. Once
I
it
just
started,
get
it
myself
didn't.
in a zone and then I tune.
Well, you should teach us your ways.
What, that's like that, did you ever watch that show Shogun? She talks about like the sevenfold fence or something. It's like going so deep inside yourself that nothing outside bothers you. That, I think about, like, you have to do that when you're at the Big Truck Night.
They were honking the horns, so.
Oh, my gosh.
Speaking about the Big Truck Night, who has the key?
Oh, shoot, I have that.
I was curious.
I'm like, whew, I'm not alone giving it to you 2 months later.
Would anyone have time to find these supplies on Amazon and do an estimate for Jordyn?
On the Raquel list?
Yeah. I can do it.
Oh, thank you, that'd be great, awesome. And, low priority, because low priority, so there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Art Night, any updates here?
No.
No? Okay. Autumn Arts Festival. So I don't have updates, and I haven't been, I was expecting to see a lot of emails from Ava at this point, but I haven't. Anything from you, Jordyn, that we need to be aware of?
The only thing that she told me to ask you guys is if anyone would be interested in emceeing during the performances at all.
MCing?
Yeah, or like doing the.
Doesn't
Well,
Chris do
my
that?
wife has been wondering
See,
if
that's
she would
what
get asked. but-
She was saying, like, I was told that, yeah, like your wife did it. I don't really know where it was going. She just wanted me to, like, see if anybody was interested to have the commission have a little more involvement.
Chris, Tom, does Chris want to do it again?
Well, I think she was a little hurt that she wasn't, because she did it the
Should I
last
call
couple
her and
times.
ask her?
Yeah, you call
Okay.
her, and then she'll do
All
it.
right, sounds good.
I will let Ava know.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know about that, but she might be interested in doing it again, or she might be interested in not doing it, I don't know.
Oh, can I ask a quick question, going back to the Amazon list? Did we need to pre-approve a certain amount of money that then you could spend once she got you the list, or are we not?
Yeah, it's just if you wanted it before next month, really. If there's no like real rush, then we can have like an idea of like if it's gonna be.
I mean, we're not gonna need any of this stuff quickly,
Go
right?
ahead and prove it and get it out of the way.
Do we have something planned for
I
the
was gonna say.
Arts Festival?
Oh, you know,
talked
I
about
think we
that?
did hire someone for that. Did we hire someone for that?
We are hiring someone for the community craft, but I didn't know if we were doing a separate thing for the art cart.
We should talk about that.
Which we only have the tent and the art cart itself. That's like the only space that the commission has for like craft kind of stuff. So they're gonna be right next to each other too. Yeah.
Maybe since we don't
Oh, I
have our
forget, it's downtown. Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
radical idea, since it's not gonna be wrapped, do we skip having the art cart?
And if they were gonna be right next to each other anyway, there's not a bunch of space in that parking lot. We're hiring somebody. How long is that hired person gonna be there?
I think it's 2 people for 4 hours.
That sounds right.
And there's the
I'd have
art
to double
scraps
check.
vendor.
I'm okay if we skip the art cart at the
Yeah, I
art
was gonna say.
festival this
In
year.
4
Give,
hours
give
is
our
good.
vendors more
See
space.
what happens. I mean, if we
Yeah.
do have another art project going on, I think that makes sense.
Right. And 4 hours is good. That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah, that's, because I think we shortened the whole arts festival by an hour this year.
6 hours now, right?
Yeah.
So what time is it this year?
I don't know, but I think it's gonna end an hour earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
He's it's right in front of me. It is, it's 11 till 5.
Thank you.
And we have the vendor from noon to 4.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
So,
So, yeah.
decision made, no art cart at the Autumn Arts Festival?
Jordyn, can you please tell Public Works so they don't have to drag it out?
Just let Public Works know that they don't have to bring the cart out.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. No, so no art cart yet at the Autumn Arts.
Yep.
So, and just a reminder, that is Saturday, September 12th. So we will have one more meeting, which will give us like 10 days prior to that. So, but just everybody be sure to keep some time open on that date to help, to be there as much as you can.
And Ava's got
shortening
a-
it, so that's good.
Ava's got the spreadsheet of volunteers and hours and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think she might be like a little behind with the planning, so
She
I
did it
will
last
prompt her, just kind of like where we're at.
Okay.
Are we supposed to
'Cause I
email
haven't
her,
heard
let her know we're
anything.
coming? Or
Well, last year we had the whole sign-up sheet. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought maybe, are we supposed to let
are
her
we
know
supposed to
this
sign up for
year?
anything?
Had to do the art cart cover.
We're coming. Just tell her we're coming.
That's fine.
We'll all be there.
Yeah, she'll probably reach out or have me reach out with maybe particular roles that she trusts, like the commissioners to do in particular. But I'll have a conversation with her this week to kind of see where we're at.
Oh, I won't have to do my last year role.
I just need to take,
I was manning the parking lot.
Oh, God, that was horrible.
oh, I know, yeah. Just so everybody knows, I'll need to take one break every hour to go to Newman's, but then I'll be back.
And everyone thinks he's joking and he's not.
By the end, by 4 o'clock, I'll be like, hey.
You'll be having the best time.
All right. That will bring a different element, though, to the whole Autumn Arts Festival. Anyway, okay. Community project, any update there? Okay. I think that covers boy, we had a lot. There's a lot going on right now, everyone. So thanks for all of the hard work and great progress. So Laura, great with the signs, and Sharon, great with the 45th parallel marker. We are moving forward. Anything anybody else want to cover? We have old business. I don't think we have anything, and then reports from staff, budget and events calendar. Jordyn, do you want to set us up for that one?
I have nothing for me, but we have, our budget as it currently stands, minus the things that were approved today. And then we have our, event schedule, which so far we've only got 2 art nights and Autumn Arts and Holly Jolly, so. I don't know if there was anything planned for Holly Jolly, but I think it's just on that.
Oh, it's just coloring sheets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I think she might, or were we gonna order crayons?
I think we already did. I think I
Okay.
recall doing that. I'll
Okay,
have to
perfect.
look into my
The
email.
coloring sheets are for what? Did you?
Holly Jolly
Oh, Holly
night
Jolly.
on December.
And Fall Roundup Parade is on there, okay.
Because we only have about like 1,000 markers, right? And then maybe colored pencils.
I don't know.
Yeah. We don't have crayons, that's for sure.
The marker, what was the question?
I was just verifying, we only have 1,000 markers and no crayons, right?
In the art cart?
Yeah.
I wonder if crayons would melt in there, I don't know.
Yeah.
One giant will be fine.
Maybe colored pencils?
Yeah, there's one crayon now, multicolored.
When does signups begin for the art night people? We
I
should,
think we settled for it to be a month before the date. So what is the date on here? So the next one is October 15th. So yeah, that would be coming up pretty soon here.
Tom, you're doing that one.
Which one?
October 15th?
Yes, I got that.
Okay, good.
Art Night at Casey, October 15th.
And that's the snowman pillow, right?
right, a snowman pillows on the 15th, and I'm not sure what's on November 19th.
I think that was like a fall themed craft. Honestly, we're still kind of working through the contract. I think she had a medical situation, so we were still working through that. So
Thanks for doing that, Jordan.
Okay, where are we? So I think we are moving on to reports from commissioners. Ashley, you anything?
No, not for me.
Sharon?
No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Carey?
Nope, thanks.
Liza?
I'm just checking dates. I feel like my calendar's quite off, but no, I have no updates.
Okay, Laura?
No news?
Raquel?
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. We're happy you're back as well. I don't have any updates either. Troy, anything from our council liaison?
No, I don't think there's much going on. We've got budgets going on right now, so that's a big point of discussion.
Yeah.
Who's filed for mayor?
What?
Who's filed for mayor?
Oh, I suppose I can talk about that. So we do have two candidates running for, so everybody get out and vote. I mean, it's a few months away, but, so we do have two candidates running for mayor. It is current Mayor Monge and Chris Tenquist is the
Okay.
other candidate. And then we have three candidates running for the two council spots. Jason Nordby is running again.
Oh, really?
And Rachel Lucas from the Parks Commission is running.
Okay.
As well as Jody Justice is the other.
I don't know who that is.
She lives up off of Fifth and Helen-ish area. So yeah.
Good.
I think September 8th, I just heard this Tuesday. But I believe September 8th is going to be in here in council chambers is going to be the League of Women Voters Forum
Oh,
where
excellent.
Fantastic.
the candidates can come in and speak.
So is the Legion still gonna have their thing that they do?
That I don't know.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I don't know if the one here on September 8th is just going to be for the mayor race.
Oh, okay.
Mayoral race.
Okay.
And there's going to be a separate one I just found this out yesterday. So,
Yeah,
On September 8th is League of Women Voters here at City Hall.
yes, I believe so.
I hope it's all the candidates, or that they
think
have
that-
all of them at the
Yeah.
Legion. And I would like it if there was even more of there was an opportunity to say more for the candidates,
Yeah,
but.
as a former candidate, I appreciate having it short and sweet. But yeah, I get it.
Or ask questions or something.
Yeah.
But no, that's great.
And then National Night Out was last night.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody was able to get out and
Definitely not.
talk to your neighbors. And
For that.
I got the privilege of riding along with the fire department again and got to go out and visit 6 of our neighborhood parties. We had 14 total in the community.
Wow.
Is that even possible?
I love that.
And I missed.
What was the best thing you ate?
I would have to say there was a party put on I don't want to call anybody out or anything, but there was one that we went to towards the end of our shift, or towards the end of our route. They had burgers, and they were like big, thick, seasoned really, they were just really good.
Juicy Lucy's. All right, I want to go there next year.
Yeah, you'll have to let us in on which open house that is, so we'll,
Off the record.
yeah, off the record, so we can go next year.
All right. Anything else, Troy?
No.
If not, I'll adjourn the meeting at 7:45 PM. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.